Hey steak lovers, today we're doing the alpha steak of all steaks, the Tomahawk ribeye. Look at the size of this. It is almost 4 pounds, over 3 inches thick. We've done a lot of steak videos here on Carolina Cowboy Cooking. Most of them are ribeyes, and most of them around 15 to 16 ounces, so 1 pound. This one is almost 4 pounds. But look, it is a bone-in ribeye, and it's going to take a while. We're going to do a reverse sear today on the big green egg. And you stick around to the end, I'll tell you what's the difference between a Cowboy ribeye and this Tomahawk ribeye. Let's get some salt on this. We're going to be very generous with this salt because this is a lot of meat. Get both sides. This is a monster. Look at the size of this dinosaur steak. We're going to put this probe right in the center. Wow, I can't wait. That is gorgeous. We are at 92 degrees internal temperature, so we're going to flip it over to give it equal time on the other side. Wow. And when you do a long time on the grill, throw in an onion or two. See what happens. Look at this beautiful smoke. That's flavor, people. Flavor. It's time to let this beautiful steak come off while we prepare for the final searing of the Tomahawk steak. Super important that you burp the egg at this temperature, or you do not want to flare up. So you just lift the lid a little bit, let some oxygen inside there so you don't burn the hair off of your arms and your eyebrows and your mustache. Yeah, baby. Woohoo! Back in 2. Okay, burp the egg, and it's been 2 minutes. We're going to flip it to the other side. Look at that sizzle. One more burp, and it is coming off. Now, we let this amazing steak rest. I want you to see what's happening underneath here. You see this giant swimming pool of delicious goodness? That is gorgeous. We're going to hit this beautiful steak with our Cowboy butter. This steak is definitely the star of the show, but let me show you what we came up with on this couple of onions that we did. What if I want to just cut the edge of this thing off? And you can just give it a squeeze. Just like that. Oh man, that is going to be some really good eating. That's a Valdeia, people, straight out of Georgia. Can you see this pool of deliciousness? Oh wow, that is going to be some kind of, there will be some off-camera gnawing on this bone for sure. It is incredibly juicy. Oh yeah, look at that crust. Cuts like butter, and it is juicy. Wagyu. This is A3 Gold. We actually want to do this on cast iron, and this is the first cast iron steak video that I've done, and I can't wait to show it to you because we're going to do it on this super cool Smithy cast iron griddle. Now Smithy make skillets and all sorts of cast iron material, and it's made right here in South Carolina. It's a South Carolina made product just like me. I was also made in South Carolina many moons ago. If you've never heard of Smithy, check them out. I'll put a link down below. Hey, Hummingbird. Smithy did not give us this. This came from another super cool subscriber. Now with a Wagyu steak this beautiful, this expensive, we don't want to put anything other than some salt and pepper. Give this a pat. This is probably going to be the fastest steak that I've ever cooked. I don't know, how about we just do well done Wagyu? We'd probably be the only person on YouTube to ever do well done Wagyu. Nah, we can't do that. So we're gonna do this probably just for a couple of minutes on each side, but we're shooting for medium rare on this, not even medium. It's time to put these beautiful New York strips on. And one's going on the cast iron griddle, and one's going on the grill bait. Once I sear the sides just a little bit to try to get some of that fat going, we're gonna put a timer for 90 seconds. This is gonna go quick. Let's see what this fat does on this hot. Oh, look at that, it just melts like butter. Isn't that gorgeous? Do this in a second. Now I'm gonna set my timer for 90 seconds. %50 fat, 50% beef is really rendering down quickly. And it is causing a lot of flame, so that's why we're not even going to close the lid. This Smithy is doing the trick. It is absolutely melting this beautiful Wagyu steak in a perfect way. Can you see all that sizzle going on right there? About 90 seconds. I'm going to give this one a flip. Now this one on the Smithy. Oh yeah, look at that crust. Big difference. We got a hard crust going on here because of the cast iron, and we got a traditional grill mark going on here. Can you see this pool of amazing juices running out of this thing? We've got to get another 90 seconds going. I'm really curious if there's going to be a taste test difference between this one being directly on the grill, flame kiss, versus this one is literally soaking it in its own beautiful pool of juice. So far, so good. This Smithy is doing a phenomenal job. Look at that beautiful crust we're getting right there. About 15 more seconds, and we'll be at 90 seconds on each side. I really like the way this crust is forming on this one, so we're going to make a last-minute adjustment here and come off of the coals so that not everything drips off, but actually gets to cook in some of that beautiful Wagyu juice. I'm going to go ahead and take these off. We let them rest for 4 minutes, and I cannot wait any longer. We're going to cut into both of these steaks, but what I wanted you to notice is the two different techniques. One we did with the Smithy cast iron, and the other we did on the grill itself. And look what's happened. There's a difference. The one on the grill appears to be a lot juicier because a lot of the juice is running out, but don't let that fool you. That's because this one has a much better crust. And that crust is holding in the juice. So I'm not gonna wait any longer. Let's cut into this beautiful Wagyu steak, and I bet you this is gonna cut like, oh, I don't even know if I need a knife. How did we do? Look at this beautiful steak. To me, that is perfect. That is gorgeous. I love steak this color. Go in the comments and tell me, because you always do. Is it overcooked? Is it undercooked? Is it just right? You get to vote. This is going to be one incredible meal. Cuts like butter, and it is juicy. So juicy. Look at that. Oh my goodness. I can't take it anymore. I'm going in. Smell that. Let's try this one. Oh man, that is some kind of pretty. Presentation, believe it or not, has a lot to do with how good something tastes. And when you present a steak like this, well done Wagyu, nah, we nailed it. Ooh, shake that ash. Today we're marinating ribeye steak in red wine, and we're going to let it sit for about 4 hours and put it on the big green egg for a famous 8-minute sear. It's going to be incredible. Stick around and see how it turns out. Let's prep our marinade. We're going to put in some Montreal steak seasoning, and then we're going to lay our steak right on top of that. And then we're going to add our red wine. We're going to put this in the fridge for about 4 hours. And then we'll bring it out to get it room temperature before it goes on the grill. We got the big green egg scorching hot at 500 degrees, so we're going to put it 2 minutes, slide it sideways for 2 more minutes to get the grill marks. That's 4 minutes. Then we'll flip it for another 4, and that'll be it, folks. But this big red ribeye is now purple. It's plum purple, people. This wine-soaked steak is going to be an experiment. It's not something new. It's actually something old. People have been doing this since cows and wine. Because this is a tenderizer and a marinade. Purple steak on. I'm going to hit this with some salt and pepper. And we'll be back in 2 minutes. Let's give it a 90-degree turn on a hot spot to get some beautiful grill marks going. Okay, that's been 4 minutes. Now we turn it over. Purple steak. I'm going to add a little tad of butter on top of this beautiful steak. All right, let's do a final 2 minute turn just for the grill marks. Man, that butter looks great. Go time. Pulling this beautiful steak off, and we're gonna let this baby rest. Oh yes, beautiful masterpiece. So let's see what the inside of this beauty looks like. That looks delicious. Hey folks, I'm gonna be real with you. This is good steak. It's got a unique flavor. The wine gives it a subtle flavor right at the end. Go down in the comments and tell me, have you ever even heard of this? Are you gonna try it? Try it and let me know. Come back and tell me in the comments, was this a hit? And let me know what you want to see us cook on this channel. Thanks for your support. Please click the like button and the subscribe button. See you next time. Today we're going to do a real quick cook because it's 500 and climbing on a big green egg. I got 2 small ribeyes that I'm going to do very hot and very fast. Let's get them on. This hot, you better burp that egg. Lift it up. Let in some oxygen. Oh, baby, she's hot. Two minutes, be right back. We prep these steaks for about an hour out of the refrigerator. Make sure they got room temperature. We put a little bit of salt and pepper, a little bit of Montreal steak seasoning on there, and 2 minutes at 600 degrees. It's been 2 minutes on the other side, and we're gonna burp this egg one more time. Nice and slow. And I'm gonna take these off. That means they have cooked 2 minutes on each side. What do they look like? Nice. Now, I've cooked them 4 minutes. I'm gonna let them rest another 4 minutes, and then we're gonna give them a nice cut in half to see what happens. They're gonna keep cooking. Look at that. Huh? Cook's bite right there, baby. Ooh, that one's for me. Don't tell anybody about that one. Let's see what happens in 4 minutes. Well, the cook bite is still in my mouth, and it is phenomenal. We're cooking 2 minutes each side, 4 minutes total. And we'll let it rest about 4 minutes. Look at that. 4 minute ribeye. That's what 600 degrees will do to a ribeye in 4 minutes.